morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the rest of the topics in unit number 1. Our first topic is mobile system. A mobile phone is a two-way radio transmission. This transmission consists of a radio transmitter and a radio receiver. In the given examples, mobile in first example, mobile transmits the data to the local tower, and in second example, mobile phone works as a receiver which receives the data which is transmitted by the local tower. This means in this communication both the devices are bidirectional, which can receive the data as well as they can transmit the data. That's why both the devices are radio transmitter as well as radio receivers. What are the components within your mobile system? The second topic is what are the mobile components. The first component within our mobile is a circuit board as a brain of the phone. This means it's a brain of the phone which consists of all the CPU and the RAM and ROM part. An antenna which is a transmitter and a receiver, a liquid crystal display which is visual display unit by which we can interact with the mobile phone, a keyboard and a touch screen for inputting values within your mobile, a microphone which accepts audio data within your mobile, a speaker to provide audio output, a battery to provide power backup to the system or the mobile. What is mobile system organization? Your mobile system organization consists of different management subsystem. The first management is radio signal management, in which the two things are involved. One is RF transceiver. Now what is RF transceiver? This is called radio frequency transceiver. This means this is a receiver, it's a combination of receiver as well as the transmitter. This is responsible for sending and receiving data over the network. And the other one is SIM. Now SIM is what? SIM means subscriber identity module. It is an integrated circuit that securely stores the international mobile subscriber identity, that is called as IMSI. Basically we can say SIM is a module which provides a unique identity to the users. The another section is display subsystem, which consists of touch interface which provide you a keyboard and a display screen. The another subsystem is the processor part of your mobile phone, which consists of two basic centers, or we can say units. The first one is communication processor, that is called as digital signal processor. The use of digital signal processor is to process the communication related data which is transmitted and received by the RF transceiver. The another one is APU. APU means application processing unit. For example, if you open FB, Facebook or WhatsApp or other gaming application on your system, so APU is responsible for processing the application related data, and GPU is graphic processing unit. It's a graphic processor which is used to process the graphics related data as we use or as we see within games. This GPU handle all the graphics related data whether it is in games or in some other application. APU means that it's a simple CPU which is responsible for processing the information or the process within the system. The another basic and the main unit, that is called camera unit, image signal processor. It is responsible for grabbing pictures or videos within the system. Another one is storage device. This is called external storage, which provide you to store, which facilitate us to store data within your mobile system. The another unit is codec. Now what is this codec? This codec means this is called analog to digital converter. This analog to digital converter means that this converter codec is responsible for converting encoding analog audio as digital signals and decode digital back into analog signals. So here decode is a combination of ADC and DAC. Now what is this ADC? Now ADC means analog to digital converter and DAC means digital to analog converter. ADC is responsible for accepting audio inputs to the system, and DAC is responsible for providing analog sound waves to the users. Another unit is that is called memory unit. It's a combination of other two subsystems. One is RAM. RAM is a random access memory. This is used to RAM provide a platform for APU and GPU to process real information, and ROM is responsible for storing system related data within your mobile, such as operating system and other application data. The last and important one, that is called power management. This power management consists of again three subsystem. One is battery pack. Battery pack is a system, it's a power backup which provide you the digital electric power to the system. And battery management is a system which manage the battery, overall battery power management within your computer or within your mobile phones. And then the last unit is that is called charger. That charger provides a charging system to your system. So this is the overall mobile system organization which handles the overall operation of a mobile phone. Now come to the point, different type of touch screen within your mobile phones. Different type of touch screens we are having. The first touch screen is TFT, that is called thin film transistor. The another one is IPS, this is called in place switching. Third one is resistive and capacitive displays, and last one is OLED. So what is TFT? TFT means thin film transistor LCD display. It is used for better image quality and high resolution. Since they are cheap to manufacture, they are found in budget phones usually. This means this TFT is cheaper than IPS. IPS is that simple. This is somewhat the advanced version of TFT LCDs. This gives you the improved display and more. These are more, IPS are more battery friendly, so that the TFTs are cheaper technology of display, and IPS are advanced version of TFTs which are used for improved display and better battery backups. Next is resistive and capacitive. Resistive and capacitives are two touch screen LCD displays. Resistive and capacitive. What is the difference between resistive and capacitive? Resistive touch screen has two layers of conductive material with a small gap between them, while capacitive touch screens consist of a layer of glass coated with transparent conductor. This means the difference between resistive and capacitive are that simple. Resistive screens has two layers of conductive material with a small gap between them, while capacitive touch screen consists of a layer of glass coated with the transparent conductor. So resistive are the older technology and capacitive is the newer technology, or we can say it's an advanced technology. It's also used with IPS integration. to provide a better mobile screens. Last and important one, and it's a new technology that is called as OLED. Now OLED refers organic light emitting diode. It's a newer technology used in mobiles and monitor for display. They are better than LCD because they offer fast response times, wider viewing angles and high brightness. AMOLED means active matrix organic light emitting diode. OLED is of two types. One is AMOLED, another one is super AMOLED. Now AMOLED is active matrix organic light emitting diode, and super AMOLED is active matrix LED, super active matrix LEDs. Both are transparent OLEDs. This means these are the new technology which provide you the newer and which provide you the responsive, much more responsive, wider view angles and higher brightness in both AMOLED and super AMOLED. Now come to the next point, that is smartphone batteries and their types. There are different type of batteries available in market. The first is lithium polymer batteries. Lithium polymer batteries are the type of batteries which are most advanced batteries available in the market. They are made up of plastic instead of metals, which makes them usable on a smartphone of any time. Next one is lithium ion batteries. That is also our advanced type of batteries, allow high charging capacities. This means these type of batteries are highly powered and higher charge capacity based on the size and weight of the battery. This means this provide you the higher backup, and they are big in size. Next type of battery is nickel cadmium. They are the cells that suffers from memory effect, and the memory effect will result in reducing the capacity of the battery and its lifespan as well. Next type of battery it's an older one, nickel metal hybrid batteries. These are the kind of an upgrade to the nickel cadmium batteries, and they boost of the same size as the later. And the newer technologies are lithium polymer batteries and lithium ion batteries. These two different last two nickel cadmium and nickel metal hybrid batteries are the older one, which are rarely used within our systems or in mobile phones. Battery size are usually measured in mAh, and mAh means milliampere per hour. That ampere is mAh is referred to as a capacity of giving power to the system per hour in milliamperes. So usually we see 200 mAh and 400 mAh in market in our cell phones. Thank you very much. It's enough for today. Rest of the things or rest of the topics we will discuss later in next session of our class. Thank you.